People have asked me to say a few words about prenuptial agreements. We all have seen them in American movies and they're mentioned in magazines, but how does it work in Ireland? Well, the simple reason is that they're not recognised in Ireland, but they do give an idea to a judge if a couple are splitting up and what was in their mind prior to the marriage. So, yes, you can sign one here in Ireland, but don't expect it to be legally watertight. It's a guide and nothing more. You see, we have the Constitution here, and the Constitution guarantees marriage above everything. So you can't have a deal signed between two people agreeing to opt out of their marriage. So that's why it has a difficulty. So if there's ever a change in the Constitution, then perhaps this will be one of the things will be looked at. Now, if you were going to do a prenuptial agreement, or you were a parent, you were worried about your children, what should you actually do? There's 6 headings you should sort of get organised as part of any agreement. One is the parties to the agreement must intend it to be legally bound on both of them. Before signing the agreement, they should have the benefit, or at least the opportunity, to get independent legal advice on the terms of the agreement. You think that's a fairly straightforward thing, but you'd be surprised. People are sometimes pressured into something, they don't always agree. Independent legal advice is important. Thirdly, the parties to the agreement must understand what it is they are agreeing to, and most importantly, what are they giving up. As you know, there are certain rights in Irish law for the wife if she marries in the Irish state. Succession Act 1965 gives her certain rights. So that's what you're talking about. The fourth thing is the parties must give full disclosure of all income and assets that each has and is therefore bringing to the marriage, or it could work also for civil partnership. 5, it must be freely and voluntarily entered into, and there could be no evidence of any pressure or undue influence. That's what I've mentioned earlier. And lastly, it should be signed preferably at least 3 to 4 weeks before the ceremony. It could be signed afterwards, but you know, doesn't it make sense that it should be signed beforehand when everybody knows what they're doing and what they're letting themselves into? So that's a little guide in relation to it. Obviously, Michael Monahan, solicitor, there to advise you in relation to any matter that you think concerns you in relation to these type of agreements. Thanks.